Hello and welcome back to another Tartan Talk Tuesday. This week, I'm going to talk a little bit about an interesting item that was sold at an auction. Let's jump right in. There was a tartan suit sold recently at an auction in London. The interesting thing about this is that it was actually owned by two former British kings, and it's very rare for anything that was owned by the royals to be sold at a private auction. This suit has held a very interesting life, and it was once exhibited at the Met Museum's Costume Institute. But the suit was originally tailored in 1897 for George V. Apparently he used to wear this suit at tea after hunting, and it was a tartan suit. The tartan is hunting Rothsay tartan. It was green and red with some yellow stripes. The suit was made for him in 1897 when he was the 22-year-old Prince of Wales. It was before he became king, but he did wear it in 1901 when visiting his grandmother, Queen Victoria. And when he passed away, all of his belongings passed down to his son, Edward VIII. Edward was King of England for a very short period of time before he abdicated the throne for his soon-to-be wife, who was a divorcee, and that was a big scandal at the time. This was back in the 30s. So his brother then became king, who was Queen Elizabeth's father. That's ultimately the reason why Queen Elizabeth became queen, because Edward VIII abdicated the throne. Edward VIII said in an interview that he didn't keep a lot of his father's clothes because they weren't the same size and certainly not the same style. But one of the things that he kept was this tartan suit. He had it tailored to his size, and he also took out the button fly and put in a zipper, which he said his father would have absolutely hated. He wore it often after his abdication in 1936, and it actually sparked a fashion craze in the 50s when he wore it in the south of France, this tartan suit. This suit was sold at auction for £25,000. Piece of the week. Since we are talking about tartan suits, I am going to go with this suit. It is the rosemary blazer, which I designed for my mother, and the skinny leg women's trousers. These are shown in modern Mackenzie because my mom's maiden name was Mackenzie, and I just think that it's a cute little combination. Tartan of the week. This week, there's no real rhyme or reason to the tartan that I chose. I just happened to be working with it earlier today, and I have always quite liked it. I had a dress that was accented with this tartan a few years ago. And so tartan of the week this week is the Clark tartan. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next week for another Tartan Talk Tuesday. Cheers.